Hello, I am going to be testing a third grade student. She's an LRC student. I worked with her last year. Her name is Anita. And basically to get ready for this test, I'm going to review her DRA2 from the spring, which I gave her at the end of second grade. She was independent at a level 16 and instructional at a level 18. So I'm going to start with a level 18 to make sure or to see if she's made any growth. And I'm going to review the level 18 that she took in the spring, and I want to make sure I give a different test this time around. So she chose level 18 game day last year, and so I have chosen this year for her a giant in the forest. So we're going to see how it goes. Okay, Anita, what kinds of books do you like to read?
Picture books, because picture books is a lot of words, because I like to see the pictures and at the same time read.
Okay.
I like chapter books.
Tell me about one of your favorite books.
The Cat and the Hat.
Okay. And can you tell me about it?
Well, it's really cool because I have the movie too, so I like to watch it and read the book after.
What's your favorite part of the book?
I like it when, I like all the parts actually. I don't have one favorite part.
Okay. And how do you choose the books you read?
I choose them because I have this, I just read a book and then I read another one and I see which one I like the most. And then it was The Cat in the Hat.
Okay. Do you read a part of the book, just the first page?
Not 10 or 15 pages, and then I have to go to sleep, and then I put a bookmark, and then I read the next night.
Okay. If you were to choose from a basket of books, what would you look for? Would you look for a certain type of book, or would you look for a certain author?
I would look for Fancy Nancy.
Okay.
And a book about cats, and yeah, that's all.
Okay. All right. In this story, A Giant in the Forest, an ugly giant sleeps all day and then walks through the forest at night looking for things to eat. One day, a little boy stays too long in the forest. Please read aloud pages 2 through 4, and you're going to stop when you see the star.
Okay.
Okay?
A giant in the forest. A giant in the forest. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who lived next to a cool green forest. There was a lake in the forest. A big, ugly giant lived in the forest. The giant liked to sleep all day, but at night he walked in the forest looking for something to eat. Every week, the little boy's mother gave him a big bar of soap. Then she sent him to the lake to take a bath. I'll be safe in the lake, because the giant can't swim. She always said, but don't forget to be home before dark. One day when the little boy was going to take his bath, he saw a baby bird in the doesn't make sense. Ground. It had fell out of its nest. The boy put the bird back in its nest. Sorry.
Okay, Anita, think about the title, the pictures you have seen, and what you've read so far. Tell me 3 things you think might happen in the rest of the story.
I think he will go to take a bath in the lake, and then because he was doing all those things like with the birds, and it took long, so when he got in the water, it was dark, and he got afraid because the giant will come, and he didn't want to get eaten by the giant.
Okay, can you tell me one more thing you think might happen?
He'll be really scared, but then the giant will want to be his friend, maybe.
Okay, excellent. Now it's time to read and enjoy this story by yourself. When you are done, let me know, and I'll ask you to tell me what happened in this story.
Okay.
Now that your student has done a little bit of reading, it might be a good time to do some analysis of their reading. First thing you want to do is record how long it took them to read. You'll see on page 131 there's a box where you can select whether your student read within the advanced, independent, instructional, or intervention time frame. Now Anita read in 2 minutes and 21 seconds. So she read in an independent range. Beyond that, you can circle the number of miscues and her percentage of accuracy. She did have 4 miscues with 5 self-corrections. So you can go ahead and circle that, and you'll see she's in the independent range as well. You skip 2 pages ahead to page 133. You'll see under section 4, the teacher analysis for oral reading. You can determine her oral reading rate, in which she read 134 words in 141 seconds. So she read 57 words per minute, and there's a little formula you can use to figure out words per minute. Did you like the story?
Yeah.
Good.
It's funny.
I want you to keep the book closed, start at the beginning, and tell me what happened in the story, but keep the book closed. Remember, we have to retell the story from our head.
Okay, so from the beginning, the little boy's mom gave him a bar of soap to go wash himself in the lake. And she was like, come back to our house before it's dark. And then then he went, and then he found a bird that fell out of its nest, and then he put it back, but then it was dark. So he shot. When he was washing himself as fast as he could, and then he got out and he saw a giant's footprint, and then he saw the giant coming to him. But when I looked at the picture, the giant didn't really look like Matt. So he dropped his bar. He dropped his bar of soap on the floor so the giant would slip on it and fall in the water. And then that's how he saved himself.
Very good, Anita. Okay, I want you to think about the story for a moment. And what do you think the author is trying to tell you in this story?
I think he's trying to tell that maybe this was one of his dreams, like a giant was coming at him, and he's trying to tell us that we should be careful when we're going somewhere at night, that we should listen to our moms and come back when they say so, and be careful for someone like the giant, but like a bad guy or something at night.
Okay. What do you think was the most important thing that happened in this story?
I think the most important thing was that he saved himself, because the giant was about to hurt him with his foot when he stepped on the little boy. So I think the most important part is that he got saved, and he saved himself, and he didn't hurt himself.
Okay, and why was that important? Why do you think that was the most important part?
I don't know. Maybe because his mom didn't know that the giant was there, and then she wanted to have like a normal wash in the lake.
Okay.
So nothing coming.
Congratulations, you have completed your first DRA2 test. But you're not done. It's easy to give the test and then set it aside and not do anything with it. But this is fresh data that we need to really dive into and see how we can use it to help our students. So we've already had the running record. We've already analyzed the running record. We've determined her words per minute. We've determined her percentage of accuracy, miscues, self-corrections, and we've already recorded on the DRA2 continuum under oral reading fluency her scores for both expression and phrasing, as well as rate and accuracy. But now that she's done her reflection, she's done the prediction, she's retold the story, let's now look at analyzing that. Again, on page 134, the last section of the continuum is for the comprehension. Now she's done a prediction, she's retold the story, she's given her interpretation as well as a reflection. At this time, what I'd like you to do is read through the different levels of the continuum for intervention, instructional, independent, and advanced. And I'd like you to circle where you think Anita falls for each of her responses.